Hey guys, welcome back to CLOCKWISE Crypto. Hope you guys are moving forward in everything that you do. Now, BlackRock CEO Larry Fink joins Jamie Dimon and Jerome Powell in sounding the alarm on snowballing national debt. The situation is more urgent than I can even remember. Now, I do preface this by saying I do think that this is going to catapult a massive belief in cryptocurrency, guys. This is going to catapult a massive belief in crypto. I can't stress that enough. So right now it's saying here at the beginning of this article that American snowballing debt at 34 trillion and counting is putting the country on course to end up in a crisis reminiscent of Japan's lost decade. And Washington cannot take for granted the notion that investors will continue to fund its fiscal deficit forever. Okay, so I don't think that everyone truly understands what's coming. I know we've been talking about this for a while now. And with us talking about this, I do see here that, you know, the writing's on the wall and leaders are starting to take notice. Like leaders of the financial realm of the world. So like the CEOs of these massive banks, okay? Jamie Dimon's right now, Larry Fink's, right? You have, Wells Fargo. Like these big banks are on notice and they understand what's coming. So as we look here, at this article, so as BlackRock CEO Larry Fink issues this urgent warning that could trigger a Bitcoin price earthquake. Right now, they're saying Bitcoin price surged 350% since crashing to a recent low of 15,000 per Bitcoin in aftermath of FTX crypto exchange collapse. And with that, we see that a bounce back that's been put down to a growing Wall Street game changer. And we have Donald Trump here. We saw Donald Trump a couple weeks ago now saying that, pretty much flipping, saying that he thinks Bitcoin is good. And, which is not what we initially heard, specifically when he was in office. The CEO of the world's largest asset manager is pretty much saying that this U.S. debt is piling up and it's more dangerous than anything we can imagine. And the reason why he says that is, I think this is said after he bought up like all the Bitcoin. And I know I'm guys, don't kill me on that, saying that. Okay, you guys know what I mean, all the Bitcoin. He bought up a lot of Bitcoin, more than the top exchanges combined, okay? BlackRock, okay? And so with that now, he's saying that the US debt could trigger a Bitcoin explosion, meaning that the price action of Bitcoin could go extremely up as high as we've ever seen it before, as a result of people, not just losing faith in the US dollar, but pretty much the US dollar collapsing. So we've been saying this for a while. I don't necessarily know how true or how practical that is, because a part of me is like the US dollar is never going to fade away. Then you have the degen side of me, right? The crypto side of me saying Bitcoin's going to take over the US dollar. Bitcoin forever. Yes, yes, yes. Right? So for me, I don't know. I think right here he's saying there's fears that Biden administration could be quietly plotting to kill crypto. And people know this, which would give more value add to crypto, knowing that. But also, we've seen time and time again how the US dollar has remained strong. And is it time for it to die? I don't know. So definitely an interesting article where I do think the fact that you have the US government in particular printing dollars, keep continuing to print, is a value add play for crypto for sure. Taking a look at this article here. Sam Breakman Freed speaks from prison, says FTX victims deserve to be paid in full at current prices. Last week, a judge sentenced Sam Breakman Freed to 25 years in prison after the former crypto typhoon was convicted of fraud charges last year. They They gave him 25 years. So you guys already know how I feel about that. I'm not saying what he did was right. But how are they going to get paid back? How are they going to get paid back? And then, like, how is he going to pay them back? Is my question. If he's in prison, he'll be doing services for books of stamps and making 25 to 40 cents an hour. Okay. And how does that, I mean, he's going to get out when he's probably around 60, 57, 60. You guys know how I feel about white collar people going to prison. I just think it's a waste of taxpayer dollars. But for those who want to pay those taxes, continue. He definitely hurt a lot of people. And I just don't necessarily know how 25 years of taxpayers paying for him to live, and he's going to live like a king in there, live like a king, is beneficial to anyone. Why not have him working, paying taxes, paying money back, right? So who knows? So the disgraced former CEO maintains that there have been enough assets to pay back customers for some time. He says he's doing all that he can to help from behind bars. I'm haunted every day by what was lost. I never intended to hurt anyone or take anyone's money, but I was the CEO of FTX. I was responsible for what happened to the company, and when you're responsible, it doesn't matter why it's good or bad. I give anything to be able to help repair part of the damage. I'm doing what I can from prison, but it's deeply frustrating not to be able to do more. Bro just got 25 years, and he's talking about paying the people back. He must be on a pill. He must be on it. I'm gonna just say this. Give me 25 years. I ain't paying. Let me just say that I think he's on appeal. I think he's on appeal. And I think he's going to try to appeal that. But by the time he even appeals that, he might go 5 to 10 years until he even gets a yes or a no. So definitely feel for the people impacted. But also at the same time, guys, we got to remember self-custody. Do not leave your crypto on these exchanges ever. Ever. There's never a reason. Like, what reason? It should be an on-ramp. Leaving your crypto on these, it should be an on-ramp or off-ramp. One or the other. Your funds should be like this. Your funds come in, dip onto the exchange, go out to a wallet. Same thing with the wallet. So let's say the wallet's over here. Okay, wallet's right here. Wallet, exchange, cash. It should just be a input-output. Should be just flowing through. You should never just have your funds sitting there. I don't even like the day traders. Like, even the traders, right? The ones that try to trade in and out of crypto, man, I'm like, I don't know. And maybe it's just not my thing, right? Maybe it's not my thing. Like, you're talking, I'm a trader, right? So maybe it's just not my thing, where I just think it's practical to leave your crypto on the exchange. Like, even if you're trading, I'm like, bro, listen, do your trade and get it off. Wait to pay the fee and get it off. I've seen it go bad so many times now that I'm just like, I don't even want to be bothered. Like, it's not worth any of the stress, any of the concern to have your crypto on an exchange. Like, what scenario for me would I need to hold my crypto on an exchange? I can't think of one. Like, how many people have to get got or become a victim for you to understand to not leave your crypto on these exchanges? It always takes something happening, right? And that's how we learn, right? We learn through extreme pain, right? And for me, I learned through extreme pain as well, but I also learned through watching other people's extreme pain as well. So, like, for example, I remember, side note, I remember growing up and seeing drug dealers, right? I had about 10 friends who died through drug deals going bad. right? They got killed through a drug transaction. They didn't get killed from anyone else. They got killed for drug transactions. So for me, I made my share of mistakes, but I knew I'm gonna leave this drug alone because they killing over this. I'm gonna just try, you know, maybe some white collar crime or something else. I'm not gonna do this drug stuff because everybody's getting killed. How many people I gotta see get killed to know, all right, maybe this drug thing ain't for me, right? And that's what I did. And so of course I made my fair share going a different route, trying to get from A to B. But I learned through seeing at least that, like, look, I'm not gonna sell drugs because I got 10 to go. After like the fourth one, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just leave this alone. Like, I'm just being honest with you. I'm just leave this alone. And I went like the white collar route, right? And that didn't work out. And so for me, it was learning through how to get from A to B, how to get to financial freedom, right? And you know, I found crypto through it all, and that changed my life, right? That changed our lives, like literally life changing. And for me, I take the same approach when I look at FTX, when I look at exchanges. Like, how many times do people have to get, and I'm not even going to call it rugged, but like some crazy stuff happens on these exchanges for you to understand to not leave your crypto on the exchange, right? And I get it, and it's the convenience factor, right? Oh, it's convenient. I can just log in. I don't gotta, you know, be this secure. I don't gotta remember this. I can just there and I can sell immediately. I get it, but that convenience you end up paying for. Like, even with Coinbase, I wouldn't even leave myself on Coinbase because all it takes for them is to think you're doing something, or they're just going to hold your account. Oh yeah, we're going to wait and see, right? You lose that ownership. And that's what crypto is about. Like, you lose that ownership. So let's say you hear something, let's say all the exchanges go bust, right? Which probably won't happen, but all the exchanges go bust and you can't off ramp your crypto. There's still another option. You can go to people and sell it for cash. You can go directly peer to peer and sell it. That's what you can do. You can go directly peer to peer. I know somebody that goes to Florida and sells Bitcoin, like, offline. Like, here's your crypto wallet. Or actually, no, I think he sends it to this address. Here's the fee. He acts as an exchange. Okay. So it can be done. And I think the convenience and the trust of these exchanges is really hurting people. And I just don't want to see that happen to you guys. So hope you guys got some value out of this video. Keep moving forward in everything that you do. We'll see you soon.